Hello everyone and welcome. It is Friday the 13th and you know what that means? It's time to get spooky. Right now we are at Nightmare on 13 and they upgraded so much. We're in the courtyard. There's so much new stuff. I can't wait to show you. I'm starting to get scared. Oh, there's all sorts of scary things going on. So let's get started. The first thing is, look at that sign. There's spooky things, 31 years of fear. And then over here, they got these scary clown things. Normal stuff out here with the graves and whatnot. And then over here, they have a dark ride photo op. It's super fun. Yeah, and then they have a giant pillar. I just can't believe how much they've upgraded this year. It's so nice. Super cool. It looks like they have new lighting as well around here. Scary dude over here. Photo ops with the coffins, which are some of my favorite photos. And then they're not selling tickets here. You have to buy them online, gift shop. Like Scream is not going either, so that's kind of sad. But like I said, I think they're going to be really good, and I heard they have a whole bunch of new scare zones. There's the vehicle, very cool. Also, excited to see some pumpkins. Pumpkins are very exciting. And they have giant facades now of their areas. 31 years. And then finally they have one other new one as well. Also, giant pumpkin talking. I like how they're telling people to be quiet in that area, but there's no one there. Oh, there's swamp area. I heard like so much new stuff is coming in. Don't you just love scary stuff popping out in the courtyard? Because that was spooky. I figured this might be a good place to kind of end the vlog, or just kind of talk about. So I feel like this is a good place to talk about it because, you know, scariness still here. That was one of the best experiences at a haunted house I've ever had. First off, we were not by any group the whole entire time because they've have like time frames so people come in at a certain time instead of all the way in line to get everyone through there, and it worked out perfect. So it's just really good. I got all our proper scares. It felt so fresh. They have so much freshness going on here. So they have a Yeti area, they have a new Bayou area, Carnival area, Nightmare like alley like area. It was so cool. Like it's like Bloodborne type area. And then I'm trying to remember everything. Ice cream monsters. You kind of saw with like a photo op. I was kind of talking about these scary looking monsters, which were really cool. But this Yeti area was so cool. Like a Yeti popped out, and then this giant dragon, which was huge. And you can tell they got all this new lighting in there, and it was really good. I can't wait until they have full actors in there too, because you can tell it's just off season a little bit. It's getting close, but they don't have all the actors in there. But when we do, it's going to be even better. But honestly, best haunted house in Utah right now. 10. Like, it was so impressive. They have a new Bayou area where you walk up and it's like a pirate ship crash and like a frog jumped up on you. It was really spooky. It was just really good. Oh, and then there was like this cult of pumpkins that you had to walk by, which made me very uncomfortable because you had to like squeeze in very tight and you don't want to be too close to them. But I think we're gonna head back home for a second just so I don't have to try to go over everything. So we'll head back home. Alright, so we are back home and back from the haunted house. It's actually been a couple days. As you can see, a new outfit, hair's a little bit lighter, different things happen of course, right? But the haunted house, that was probably one of the best experiences I've ever had on a haunted house. Nightmare on 13 killed it this year with all their sets and all just the environment. Like I said, it kind of sucked that not all the actors were out, but that happens. I mean, it was sweaty. It was like one of those times when you're just back and you're like, let's just make sure I just don't get my back sweaty like on my shirt, you know. It was a bad time with that situation, so I completely understand that. But going through the haunt, their new, like, I think it's called Nightmare Alley, which is all in this the medieval kind of like Bloodborne area, was so cool, and I think it's so fun. And I just love it, especially this cultist of pumpkins thing. It made you get very tight. Like, let's say this is me. You gotta like get that close to them, and it was spooky. And then their Cthulhu area is the same, but then they would go into the new Bayou area. First off, I don't know what it was called, but I love the little frog that came out and jumped out and scared everyone. It just like popped out of the water. And then you go into the pirate ship where there's kind of like a voodoo person in it. I don't know exactly what they were, but they were pulling cards, and I think it was a fantastic effect. I'm just not going to spoil it, but it was a fantastic effect what they did there. And then it was kind of the same old, going through there, going through the spooky mansion. And then, let's see. And then you start going through the vampire area, which is very much a classic, but I just love going through that. It's very well set deck. And then you go through your Norse area, which is very cool. It has some of my favorite effects in that room. You have a banshee that jumps down, but my favorite thing is there's a wall runner that will run across a room and then kind of bungee towards you. It is so cool. I think it is like one of my favorite things. If I ever own a haunted house, I want to do that effect because it was so cool, and I would love to actually see it done more places. I've never seen it anywhere besides there. And then you go into the new dark ride area. I think this opened up last year. Yeah, no, I believe it opened up last year, and it was so cool, and it's one of my favorites. It's pretty much just an old abandoned dark ride where all their spooky stuff. They have some really good references to like the whole like guy holding two bars and just slamming your head, or just like stuff above you. And it's just like so classic, and I love dark rides in general, and I ride them in just normally. I ride dark rides just normally, so it's great to actually kind of experience that on a haunted house. And I like seeing even they have like silver to make it look like there's a track there. And then our old friend the Crypt Keeper's in there as well, which is a great throwback to their old theater show. And then downstairs you go through their Goblins area, which is very much the same. And then after that you go into Sleepy Hollow, which it looks like they're changing up a little bit. It's getting kind of witchy looking. I don't know if they're changing it or not, but we kind of had some speculations because there was a witch cauldron, and the actor was doing a little different than like the scared like housewife of someone. So I don't know. We'll have to keep watching the season for that. Then they have a brand new area, which is probably so good. I always call it the Yeti area, but I think this is more ice effects more. But pretty much it replaced their mummy area from last year, and it's a giant Yeti that comes out and tries to grab you. And then past walking that, their old dragon they used to have outside is now inside, and it feels so huge in there. Like, what a great use of that effect. And honestly, it's one of my new favorite areas in there. It probably goes dark ride, Bayou, this ice area, because I think it's so cool. And then you go into ice cream area, or the clown area, whatever you want to call it. Pretty much you had the normal stuff from there, but it also is super fun. I love their ice cream truck, where you walk into an ice cream truck that's bouncing, and it seems like a mad clown's driving it. You hear people getting hit, kids sometimes, or just you see stuff fly across the screen. It's so fun. I think it's one of the great effects. Then you go through the maze. Mazes, I don't really care for mazes. Even though that's kind of weird. You call it a maze, a lot of people do. I do that as well. And then I don't really care for the maze, and it's kind of funny to think about. And then pretty much your chainsaw at the end, and then you're done. So that was kind of the whole walkthrough of the place. Like I said, the top three is probably Dark Ride, Yeti Area, and the Bayou scene. It is so good. They are so good. And then finally, I'm just throwing a couple of photos that I took around the area. There, photo, great. So there you go, there's a couple of experiences. It's just really fun, I'm glad we went. So overall, highly recommend it. I'm so excited to see what the haunt season in store is. This is just a little taste of it. I can't wait until the full season's going. So that will do it. So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you liked this video a lot. If you do, make sure to subscribe because we have plenty of scary stuff coming up this October, and it's spooky season. I'm very excited to show you guys because this is just the start. So we'll see where we decide to roam and wander next.